The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud.
Sunny Hostin, her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit.
It's the kind of scandal that seems ripped straight from the pages of a gripping crime thriller, except this one is very real and playing out in the headlines. Sunny Hostin, celebrated co-host of The View, and a prominent voice on media ethics and justice, now finds herself at the center of a swirling storm of allegations and rumors. Her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, an esteemed orthopedic surgeon, is facing what legal experts are calling the biggest RICO case in New York since the days of the mafia. The accusations are staggering, the potential consequences even more so, and now Sunny herself has allegedly been implicated in this web of deceit. The story is jaw-dropping, the stakes are monumental, and the twists just keep coming.
If she didn't really know what was going on, right, which is what she's probably going to say later, oh, I had no idea what my husband and his associates were doing. We'll wait and see what that is, but I think it's pretty freaking ironic.
Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, known for running a successful orthopedic practice in Manhattan, is among 200 defendants named in a sprawling lawsuit filed by American Transit, a major insurance company. The charges? Allegations of fraud, kickbacks, and illegal billing practices that reportedly span years. According to the 698-page complaint, Dr. Hostin is accused of knowingly performing unnecessary surgeries and submitting fraudulent claims to the insurance company in exchange for undisclosed compensation. The case, filed under the Federal Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, more commonly known as RICO, is designed to dismantle large-scale criminal enterprises. In this instance, the focus is on what American Transit describes as a network of coordinated fraud, involving medical professionals taking advantage of New York's no-fault insurance laws.
According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries.
The potential penalties are steep. Under the RICO Act, damages awarded can be tripled, meaning that the lawsuit's monetary claims could balloon into the billions. But for Dr. Hostin, the financial implications may pale in comparison to the personal ones. If found guilty, he could be facing life in prison. And while the legal battle is just beginning, the fallout has already started to ripple through his personal life, and Sunny Hostin isn't emerging unscathed.
Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket scattershot.
What's shocking is the recent revelation that Sunny herself might have played a role in covering for her husband. Rumors are swirling that she helped hide money tied to the alleged fraudulent activities, possibly even aiding in the transfer of funds to shield them from investigators. While these claims have yet to be substantiated, they've already ignited a firestorm of speculation and cast a long shadow over Sunny's public image. Known for her outspoken advocacy for justice and accountability, the idea that she could be tangled up in such a scandal is both ironic and deeply unsettling for her, fans, and critics alike.
RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia.
The allegations against Sunny suggest that she may have used her legal expertise. She was a federal prosecutor before her career in media to assist her husband in concealing financial irregularities. One unverified report claims that Sunny helped Emmanuel funnel funds through a series of shell companies, using her knowledge of legal loopholes to keep the transactions under the radar. Another rumor suggests she may have even acted as an intermediary, negotiating with third parties to ensure the money remained untraceable. While none of this has been proven, the whispers alone are enough to shake the foundations of her reputation. After all, how does someone who's built a career on holding others accountable explain being accused of such actions?
So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange.
Adding fuel to the fire are the contradictions between Sunny's public persona and the accusations now leveled against her. On The View, she has often been a vocal critic of corruption and misuse of power, frequently calling for greater transparency and accountability in both politics and the private sector. She's positioned herself as a champion for the underdog, someone who speaks truth to power and demands integrity from public figures. And yet, if these allegations are true, it would mean that behind the scenes, she was engaging in the very behavior she so vehemently condemns.
Of Sunny Hostin on The View, Tom, basically implicating her husband in this type of a scheme.
Critics have wasted no time pointing out the apparent hypocrisy. Social media has been ablaze with commentary, with many calling for Sunny to address the allegations directly. Some have even demanded her resignation from The View, arguing that her credibility as a commentator is irreparably damaged. Others, however, are urging caution, noting that the allegations remain unproven and that Sunny deserves the presumption of innocence until more concrete evidence emerges. But the court of public opinion isn't the only one Sunny needs to worry about. Legal experts suggest that if investigators find evidence linking her to the alleged fraudulent activities, she could face charges herself. The potential consequences could be devastating, not just for her career, but for her personal life as well. A conviction could mean prison time, financial ruin, and the loss of everything she's worked so hard to build.
Some nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures.
The rumors also touch on the couple's financial dealings, with some speculating that Sunny and Emmanuel may have lived beyond their means, relying on the alleged fraudulent income to sustain a lavish lifestyle. While the Hostins have not been known for an ostentatious display of wealth, reports suggest that they own multiple properties, including a luxurious home in Westchester County. Questions are now being raised about how they finance these assets and whether any of the funds tied to the alleged fraud were used for personal expenses.
Now, he's just accused, and this accused in a lawsuit after some time of investigation could ultimately become a federal indictment. That's the...
Adding another layer of complexity is the role Sunny's celebrity status may have played in the unfolding drama. According to some reports, American Transit has accused her of using her public platform to influence public opinion and discredit the lawsuit against her husband. In a fiery statement, Sunny accused the insurance company of launching a smear campaign against her family, describing the lawsuit as a desperate attempt to avoid paying legitimate claims. She has vowed to fight back, even threatening a multi-million-dollar countersuit for defamation. But critics argue that her aggressive response is simply a distraction designed to shift focus away from the allegations against her husband, and now potentially against her.
So we know Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance fraud.
The case has also opened up broader questions about the ethics of media personalities and the blurred lines between their public and private lives. As a co-host on The View, Sunny has often weighed in on high-profile legal cases, offering her insights as a former prosecutor. But now that she finds herself on the other side of the equation, some are questioning whether she can continue to comment on such issues with any degree of credibility. Can someone who's potentially implicated in a federal investigation still claim the moral high ground? The narrative surrounding Sunny and her husband is further complicated by the sheer scale of the ERICO case. With 200 defendants named in the lawsuit, the case is expected to drag on for years, involving an exhaustive discovery process and countless legal maneuvers. Each defendant will likely attempt to distance themselves from the central allegations, creating a complex web of shifting alliances and conflicting testimonies. For Sunny and Emmanuel, this means that the spotlight will remain on them for the foreseeable future, with every new development scrutinized by both the media and the public.
Essentially saying that it's a money grab, and they're also going to countersue for millions of dollars, $5 million.
And then there's the emotional toll. For all the legal and financial ramifications, the human cost of this scandal is undeniable. How does a family navigate such a public and deeply personal crisis? For Sunny, the stakes are particularly high. As a mother, how does she shield her children from the fallout? As a wife, how does she reconcile her loyalty to her husband with the possibility that he may have committed serious crimes? And as a public figure, how does she maintain her composure and credibility in the face of such damning accusations? The scandal has already begun to take its toll on Sunny's professional life. While she continues to appear on The View, there's a palpable tension in her on-screen presence. Viewers have noted that she seems more guarded, her usual fiery commentary tempered by the weight of her personal struggles. Behind the scenes, there are rumors that network executives are closely monitoring the situation, weighing the potential fallout if the allegations against her gain more traction. For now, Sunny remains a key part of the show, but her future on the panel is far from certain.
She is self-appointed. She knows everything. It's great to see her ego take this hit, but I think it will be short-lived.
It's amazing to listen to her talk about.
So, the story surrounding Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, is only getting more tangled. And if you thought the first chapter was shocking, buckle up. While the RICO case against Dr. Hostin has been making headlines, it's not the only storm brewing in their world. Sunny now finds herself embroiled in multiple legal battles that have the potential to shatter her personal and professional life even further. From a high-profile lawsuit filed by Melania Trump to another explosive case brought forth by Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman, Sunny is facing challenges on all fronts, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
Well, here's some news for you. The former First Lady has been noticeably absent on her husband's campaign trail.
Let's start with the lawsuit involving First Lady Melania Trump. Yes, you heard that right. Melania is reportedly suing Sunny Hostin and others from The View. For defamation, with the claim stemming from on-air comments Sunny made about Melania's personal life and alleged intentions during Donald Trump's presidency. According to rumors, the lawsuit alleges that Sunny defamed Melania by accusing her of actively sabotaging Donald Trump's political career. If you followed The View, you probably remember Sunny's fiery remarks about Melania, where she claimed that the First Lady hates her husband and doesn't want to be involved in his political ambitions. Sunny even went so far as to speculate that Melania's actions, including her public statements on reproductive rights, were part of a deliberate effort to undermine Donald Trump's campaign.
But everything else, great for this country. So what do you love most about your husband?
During one particularly heated segment, Sunny boldly stated she doesn't want to be the First Lady anymore. She's destroying his chances on purpose. And let's not forget her infamous comment about Melania allegedly disliking Christmas, which sparked a social media frenzy. While some viewers found Sunny's candor refreshing, others saw it as crossing the line, and it seems Melania herself is among those who took offense. In the lawsuit, Melania's legal team reportedly argues that Sunny's statements were not only false, but also damaging to her reputation. The First Lady is said to be seeking a staggering sum in damages, a figure that's rumored to be in the hundreds of millions.
His humor, his personality, his kindness, he's very special.
This legal move by Melania has sent shockwaves through both political and entertainment circles, raising questions about free speech and accountability in the media. For Sunny, however, it's a direct attack on her credibility and her role as a public commentator. While her representatives have yet to issue a detailed response, insiders suggest that Sunny is prepared to fight back aggressively. Sources close to the situation claim that her legal team is working on a countersuit, alleging that Melania's case is an attempt to silence her and stifle critical commentary. It's a bold strategy, but one that carries significant risks. After all, if the court rules in Melania's favor, the financial and reputational fallout could be catastrophic for Sunny. But that's not all. As if the Melania Trump lawsuit weren't enough, Sunny now finds herself targeted by another prominent figure, Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania. This case is entirely different, but no less explosive. According to reports, Fetterman is suing Sunny and the producers of The View for comments she made during a discussion about his recent legal battles. The Pennsylvania senator, known for his outspoken views and progressive policies, has been in the spotlight for a lawsuit he filed against Sunny Hostin's co-host, Sunny herself, and the show's entire production team. The details of Fetterman's claims are murky, but sources say the lawsuit involves allegations of defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
If she were a liberal, self-made millionaire migrant model who speaks 5 languages, she'd have her name on a federal building right now, no?
It all started during a segment on The View where the hosts discussed Fetterman's recent legal actions against television personality Sunny Hostin. During the discussion, Sunny made what some are calling reckless and inflammatory comments about Fetterman's motivations and character. She allegedly suggested that his lawsuit was politically motivated and hinted at ulterior motives that painted him in a negative light. While it's not unusual for The View to tackle controversial topics, this particular segment appears to have struck a nerve. Fetterman's legal team argues that Sunny's remarks were not only unfounded, but also damaging to his reputation as a public servant.
Push for her to become the next president and amend the Constitution. So she could be. But they probably need.
The lawsuit raises important questions about the balance between free speech and defamation, especially in the media. Can public figures like Sunny Hostin freely express their opinions without facing legal repercussions, or does her platform come with a heightened responsibility to tread carefully? For Sunny, the stakes are incredibly high. If Fetterman's lawsuit gains traction, it could set a precedent that affects not only her, but also other media personalities who rely on provocative commentary to engage their audiences. Behind the scenes, sources say that Sunny is feeling the pressure. The combination of her husband's ongoing RICO case, Melania Trump's defamation lawsuit, and now Senator Fetterman's legal action has reportedly left her overwhelmed and exhausted. While she continues to appear on The View, insiders claim that the tension is palpable. Her usual confidence and fiery energy have given way to a more subdued demeanor, and there are whispers that the network is closely monitoring the situation. Some are even speculating that Sunny's future on the show could be in jeopardy if these legal battles escalate further.
I think that it's very helpful that he's handy, and when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out. Right. He does the heavy stuff.
Adding to the complexity is the question of how these lawsuits will affect Sunny's reputation among her peers and fans. While some viewers have rallied behind her, praising her for her courage and authenticity, others are less forgiving. Critics argue that Sunny's outspoken nature has finally caught up with her, and that she's now paying the price for years of controversial commentary. On social media, the debates are fierce, with hashtags like Stand with Sunny and Sunny Hostin, out-trending Sunny Hostin, out-trending simultaneously. It's a stark reminder of how polarizing she has become and how much is at stake as these legal battles unfold.
But it does not look well when your name ends up with 200 people in a RICO investigation. This is the biggest investigation since Giuliani shook the tree and a bunch of mobsters fell out, right? Yeah. This is big stuff. And so, and thank you for bringing that video. It sure is ironic.
Meanwhile, Melania Trump's lawsuit is drawing attention to broader issues of accountability in the media. If Sunny loses this case, it could have a chilling effect on how public figures are discussed on platforms like The View. Already, some media outlets are reportedly revisiting their editorial guidelines, wary of the potential consequences of crossing certain lines. For Sunny, however, the focus remains on defending herself and her family. Insiders suggest that she is determined to fight these lawsuits to the bitter end, even if it means putting her career on the line. As for Senator Fetterman's case, it's still in its early stages, but the implications are significant. If the court rules in his favor, it could open the floodgates for similar lawsuits against media personalities who engage in sharp or controversial commentary. For now, Sunny's legal team is reportedly working around the clock to prepare her defense, but the challenges are mounting. With so much on the line, the question remains, can Sunny withstand the pressure, or will these legal battles mark the beginning of the end for her career?
Totally different perspective on this. I don't really know what happened with this. The facts will come out. What I have a problem with is the core of who this woman is. Unlike you, I don't watch The View, bro. All I do is see clips.
I know it's just like twice a day.
Here's all I hear from her. America's violent, America's racist, America's bad. Okay.
And let's not forget the impact on Sunny's personal life. Between her husband's RICO case and her own legal troubles, the strain on their family must be immense. While Sunny has always projected an image of strength and resilience, even the most composed individuals would struggle under such circumstances. For fans of The View, it's a reminder that even the most polished public figures are not immune to the complexities and challenges of real life. As the drama surrounding Sunny Hostin and her husband continues to unfold, it's clear that this story is far from over. With allegations of fraud, defamation lawsuits from high-profile figures like Melania Trump and Senator John Fetterman, and the potential for devastating personal and professional consequences, the stakes couldn't be higher. So, what do you think? Is Sunny Hostin being unfairly targeted, or are these legal battles a result of her own actions? And how do you think this will impact her future on The View? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more celebrity news and updates. Until next time, stay tuned.